What is up, everyone? I know it's been a very long time since I uploaded to the channel, but here it is, the 2017 BRZ. There is some minor changes that I did to it. So last time I saw it, it was all stock, full exhaust, and intake. Now, there's the SARD wing on here. I might have to repaint it again because it hasn't been driving in about over a year, but it drives a little bit, but it goes into limp mode, and I'll show you why in just a second. So the outside, the wing is different. It's a little dirty. It's been sitting for a while. My windshield's cracked, did a little bit more. I'm gonna have to redo that. But I got these new hood latches because I had a problem with my hood and it was not opening. My creeper, to the side for now. But this is what's new. Yes, it's just a minor change. Let's put that on. Just a minor change to the car. So it is LS swapped now. Yeah, I know, it's a big difference from what y'all saw before. So what I have now is a 6.0 iron block from a 2500 Silverado with 823 heads. And oh my God, honestly fell in love with the car. So from before, it was actually boosted. I have the process of that, but I just lost track of, never did uploading anything anymore. So it was boosted before this, but it was also boosted after the NA. I had a Speed by Design turbo kit, fully built motor. I did myself, knew everything internally, and now that blew up, so I went with this. So what I got, let's see, of course the 6.0 block, 823 heads with an LS3 manifold. I got Holley Sniper EFI fuel rails, some, I don't know which coil packs are these, but coils, NGK spark plugs, CX Racing headers, the downpipes, and white pipe. The reason why the pipe is off right now because I just replaced the spark plugs. In order for me to do the spark plugs is kind of a pain because there's like no room to do anything. These headers are a little bit hot. I just started it, but yeah, oil catch can. C-Key is the people who made the motor mounts. I don't know if you can kind of see it. They made the motor mounts, my oil pan. It's down. I'm about to go down there in a little bit. And they made that. They got the drive shaft done for me. They also, so the transmission mount. Yes, that's what. So for me to get the transmission mount, I had to rip off the center console. Some of the carpet had to come off, so because it bolts onto like right in there. I have a TR6060 transmission from a Z01 Camaro. Got that in here, so it looks like I'm in gear, but really I'm not. I kept the factory push button start. And let's see what else is there. That's about it for now. Well, I also have the Mishimoto cooling fans with a coil rad radiator. Got that down. I also got a new battery. That doesn't really matter anyways. I don't know why I said that, but 650 cc's fuel injectors. And the O2 sensors are from LS3. So it sounds very gnarly without the exhaust hooked up, but I'm about to show you this right here. I'm gonna have to do something about this. This is the overflow tank. That's from the factory one, and I just set it down right there, and it's just chilling there right now. And then I did end up raising the car just a little bit. You can't really tell, because it's on jack stands, of course, but it's raised up about half an inch just so I could clear this oil pan. As you can tell, yeah, that's a Seiki oil pan that they handmade. So shout out to them for doing the oil pan. It's really good. It's dirty because I am leaking oil from my oil filter relocation kit, which is coming from the threads. Have no idea why it's leaking. Might just be a bad one. So I'm gonna try to fix that in just a little bit. But I also think from the last video, y'all saw me with the NVIDIA N2s. Now, I got the Tomei cat back again. I love the way it sounds with this V8 on it. So Tomei cat back, along with the CX Racing Y pipe. There's that Y pipe. I also did have to beat the Y pipe down just a little bit because I'll show you some clips on how low it was hanging. Like, it was hanging extremely low on the height I had it. So that's why I had to raise up the car. That pipe is just chilling for now because I have to rehook up this so I started the car, it's not as loud. Then for the fans, I actually wired up the fans to a switch inside. So what I did is grab the power off of both fans, connected them together with a butt connector, and grounded it off right here. Ran the wires inside to the firewall and ran another wire for the power for the switch into the battery. And this is where I have the switch. So I have the switch right here. Turns on the fans. So I have them on 24/7 when I'm driving the car. The clutch is a lot heavier than before. So I'll start it up in just a little bit for y'all. But that's just a slight modification that I did to the car. It's still gotta rehook the bumper up, and I am making a new skid plate. And this is the new skid plate. I was thinking about modifying it, putting it under my car. Had a coworker gave this to me. He didn't have no use for it, so I ended up taking it from him. What else is there? But yeah, other than that, it's just very slight modifications. The LSX badge, you gotta take this off. I'll probably repaint it because it's been sitting for so long. Paint's getting bad. It's cracking a little bit. The gold is starting to come out on the SARD wing. Still gotta figure out, probably find some like covers to cover that hole. But yeah, I'm still on the same wheels. Same setup. Let's see. All right. So let me show you under the car. So here's under my car. This is the Coil Red radiator with the Mishimoto fans. They keep the car really, really cool and it's not overheating. Let's see. The bash bar is modified for the intercooler I did have when I was boosted. Still don't know what happened to that motor. I don't know why it took a dump on me. But I went with alternator. I went for the low mounting one, so it's mounted lower. Guess I have that cleaner setup. This is where my oil leak is coming from the threads. It's coming from both threads, honestly, from both of the hoses. So what I was gonna do is undo these and see if I can put some Teflon tape. Hopefully that'll help. Seiki oil pan, it worked really good. Here's the transmission. You can barely see it, but that's it right there. The TR6060 Z01 Trans Camaro. What else is there? It's like no room. Here's one of the Seek lines for the master cylinder. I have a twin dual clutch in here. Don't know which one it is exactly. I actually bought this transmission with the clutch from one of my buddies' dad. He sold it for a good price and I couldn't pass it up. But that is the Y pipe I got from CX Racing. And I did beat it down a little bit. See, it's kind of flat right there because it was hanging so low. I still scraped a little bit. I kept the stock rear end It'll handle the power and all that. There's the drive shaft that they sent me from Seiki. The trans mount is also from Seiki, right there. And I'll give you a better look at the Seiki motor mounts. So the Seiki motor mounts are right here. They're really fucking solid. Excuse my language. But yeah, so these are the CX Racing headers. I have the pipe that comes right here on down. The pipes are connected to the white pipe. What's cool about this white pipe, I can use any cat back I want. So if I wanted to go back to the NVIDIA or Gretty or the Tomei like I have now, I can use it. So any cat back will bolt up onto the white pipe. Let's see. Not much of a difference on here. For the fender liner, I thought about mocking something up just to have something right there. And I do have some new wheels on the way. Stay tuned for that because you're gonna love the wheels. They're my dream wheels. I've always wanted them, and I finally got them. This blue cable right here was for a sub, but my battery kept draining, so I unhooked it from the power. I had a little 10-inch sub with a Planet Audio amp. I didn't really need it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back and hook it up to the factory because I have it all hooked up to the amp. I had it hooked up before, but I thought I was gonna put this in the truck. Never did anyways, but might hook it up into the off-road build. So this is the off-road build that I'm doing. 1997 Land Cruiser, 40th anniversary. I just put on Ironman shocks and springs. It's a 2-inch lift, and it rides pretty comfortable. Also got some new trimming because the old trim was fading off. So I bought new trim for that. I managed to keep the 40th logo, so I just ripped it off the old one. It was a pain, but got it off, threw it on here. But this is the off-road build. This is the drift car. The plan with the turbo was to track the car, but now that I got the Atlas in here, it has so much power. I'm hoping to hit some good numbers. I really want to hit 5 or close to 500 horsepower, but if I hit around 4, I'm happy. Because with the turbo I had, I was around maybe 350-ish on a bass tune, maybe, but not really. I don't even know. But this is the new master cylinder that Seiki sent me there. I didn't know where to mount it exactly, so I actually tapped in with the brake booster. I just moved, kind of turned the bracket at an angle, and it managed to bolt up on there. Just threw a nut and it bolted up perfectly. So that's there. Yeah, I have the ground wires. This is one of the new ground wires I needed to start it with the car. And some other ground wires for the fuse blocks and all that. The only thing that sucks about this is that I have to pull it all the way over there. So the harness I didn't build this harness. I got the harness from Wiring Specialties. They actually did the harness for me. I paid the money to do it. So what I basically did was tell them what all I had on there. They built the harness for me. They shipped it out. They were really quick about it. But I do have some power issues. I have to contact them again. So end up wrapping this forged carbon. Can't really tell with this reflection, but I kind of like the way it turned it out. So this is the new PCM they sent me from Wiring Specialties. So it obviously a truck PCM because I have a truck motor. That's their little communication stuff. Really good. I didn't know where to put it, so I just threw it in the glove box. There's actually 2 plugs from the factory PCMs I had to unplug, which is right here. I had to unplug this one two of the connectors came out. I keep covering up my camera, I'm sorry. But two of the connectors had to come out to go into the new PCM that's in here, that's shoved in here. And I ended up taking out the cabin filter door and throwing that OEM computer in there. So I just can't really tell, but she's in there just chilling. That, yeah, I have all the new truck parts. This is the new OBD that I have for it. Just shove it in there just like that. This wire's the radar, and I did pass state, so it's actually registered and be ready to be driven on the road. Only reason it's not on the road yet is because I keep going to limp mode. Like I said, I have a 92 millimeter throttle body from Snake Eater Performance. So what I'm thinking is the throttle body is not communicating with my pedal right, so it keeps going to limp mode. So once I get that tuned out and situated, we'll see how she goes. I am getting it dyno tuned as soon as I fix that oil leak. Should be soon. And yeah, that's the car now. It's literally meant to be like, this is V8 power. But here's a startup of the car right about now. All right, so here's the startup. I do have to switch this fan on because it does not turn on automatically. So switch that, hold it. Yeah, so she sounds very, very gnarly. And I love the way it sounds like that, but I am done being loud. So the full exhaust actually hooked up. I'll show you some clips. It sounds like a vet, in my opinion. It sounds like a vet. Like, it's fucking perfect. I call it the mini vet because it sounded like a vet. So yeah. So let's close this because I don't. As hard as I got, are still 255 35s. I thought about upgrading to a 265/40 so I can have a bigger sidewall and it raises up the car just a little bit more. That's it. I'll show you some clips of what the full exhaust hooked up, of course, and some of the process I did before, like the first startup. I have the video of the first startup. I have everything for the car, so I'm gonna show you all that for it, and I'll let you see how I did the build. If you have any questions, just let me know. DM me. Instagram is lexi.brz. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll help you out to the best of my ability. If you ever want to swap your BRZ 86 or FRS. But yeah, new tail lights are coming soon because I kind of cracked it and I tried to reseal it and that didn't go out as planned. So yeah, this is a swap, the slight modifications from what you saw last time. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will literally try to help you to the best I can of what I could do. I don't know everything, but I've had a lot of help from people. So shout out to the people that helped me throughout this whole thing. There's one of my buddies also has a 5.3 put in his FRS. We went drifting out at MSR Houston. They had a Lone Star Drift event where we took his car out there and it could break loose. He didn't have to pop a clutch or anything. He just put more power down. Well, he put more gas pedal. He put his foot to the ground more as popping the clutch. But yeah, right now I'm taking out some fuses I don't need. As you can tell, there's no compressor. So there's no AC in the car, no heater. The only thing I have for heat is the OEM heated seats. So I still have the factory seats. I am eventually going to switch it out because I got the Sparko harness. I want to switch up to the Sparko seat, Sparko steering wheel, Sparko's Crickley's. Hopefully the Sparko Crickley's will bolt up to the NRG one. Hopefully. But yeah, that's it. And I'll show you some clips of everything that's been going on recently. And don't forget, like the video and subscribe and share, please, because I want this car to blow up. Some people know me from my car, from when it was boosted. My Instagram, if you actually keep up on my Instagram actually has some of the process of the LS build and from when it was boosted. So again, that's my Instagram right there at lexi.brz. That one got taken down. That's my main page. So I need to take that off because Instagram literally took out that account. I have no idea why, but yeah, that's it, guys. Try to help a brother out here because I am planning on drifting this car and share the build with y'all. Deuces.
I hear an LS.